Everyone. My name is Mighty Stream, and I'm going to do your January the 5th Spiritual Principle Day in a meditation. I hope you're having a beautiful morning. I'm brought to you by Hope Through Navigation, and this is our Hood Recovery Services. You can reach me at recoveryofhope21@gmail.com. Let's go ahead and get into the meditation. It is entitled Seeking Connection Instead of Distraction. We try to minimize distractions so that we can concentrate on knowledge arising from our own spiritual connection. That's taken from the NA Step Working Guides, Step 11, Prayer and Meditation. Distractions are tricky. The more we try to get rid of them, the more power they seem to gain. As an example, if we spend the entire meeting thinking about not taking our phone out, we probably hear just as little of what is shared as if we'd had the phone out the whole time. Worse yet, if we put all of our energy into thinking about other people on their phones, how well are we really listening? As with our connection to the meetings we attend, we improve conscious contact with a higher power when we focus on the contact rather than the distractions. We all have plenty of distraction techniques that give us ways to avoid being present in the current moment. Maybe we stare at a screen for long stretches to distract us from being sad or angry or bored. Maybe we get pulled out of our meditation by hearing the neighbor's dog bark its head off, or the trash truck thundering down the road, or air moving. No matter what the source of distraction, internal or external, real or imagined, distractions interfere with our conscious contact with others, each other, and our higher power. How do we focus on maintaining our connection? In a meeting, it's as simple as listening closely to what is being shared. If our mind drifts to the phone in our pocket or the one in someone else's hand, we simply bring our attention back to the person who is sharing. In meditation, we simply listen for whatever's there. If we catch our mind drifting, we simply bring our attention back to the present moment. By focusing on where we are in the moment, we can resume our connection with our higher power. We listen, we share, and we often find that we already have exactly what we need. Listening and sharing well in meetings can help me better listen and share with my higher power. If my mind drifts away from conscious contact, I won't dwell on the distraction. I will simply shift my attention back to the moment I am sharing with my higher power. Let's take a moment of silence followed by the we version of the Serenity Prayer, please. Moment of silence. Thank you. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Just for today, please and thank you. This is a beautiful, and not only just beautiful, but powerful meditation. The spiritual principle of prayer and meditation in and of itself is a deep topic. However, in this particular writing, it seems to me that they were able to break it down in a manner that is understandable and easy to relate to. Now, it gives the example, okay? It gives the example of seeking connection instead of distraction, and how we try to minimize distractions so that we can concentrate on knowledge arising from um, our own spiritual connection. So, in essence, what is happening is that it gives the example if I'm in a meeting and I am concentrating on something or concentrating on not concentrating on something, I'm going to have the same effects as though I had been concentrating on the thing that I'm trying not to concentrate on. You ever had people tell you, as soon as you buy a certain car, it seems like all of a sudden that's all that you notice is that other people are driving the exact same car, maybe a different color, but the same make and model that you actually have. That's not really actually happening. What's actually happening is because now that's what you have, that's what you notice. That's the simplest way I can put it. The way they put it here is just as beautiful. If you're sitting in a meeting and you have your hand on your phone, it's on silent, but man, there's that urge, right? That addiction to social media. There's that urge to pull your phone out, check it, see if anyone sent you any messages, if you have anything pending, if you have that little bubble on Messenger, right? There's a tendency to want to pull it out and look at it. But instead of pulling it out and looking at it real quick, you are so distracted with not pulling it out and looking at it that you inevitably have the same effect as though you had taken it out and looked at it. And if you're anything like me, I'm very mindful of what other people are doing. And so I used to go to meetings and I was like, there's so many people on their phones along the wall. Like, and these happen to be the people that are getting their papers signed. Right. So I would get so distracted with that and get so irritated with just simple enjoyment or laughter or chuckles when people would share. I would get so distracted with that I didn't even hear what the person that was sharing said myself. And I believe if we're all being honest and keeping it 100, we can say that we have focused on not being distracted so much that we ended up being distracted in general. But what do we do? This reading shows us what we do. We refocus our attention on the messenger and the message, more so the message that they are carrying. We're trying to listen, we get distracted, we notice something, we turn our attention right back to the person who is sharing. We do that kind of refocusing, recentering all day, every day. Prayer and meditation is nothing different. When you are in meditation, getting yourself still and just trying to sense what is already there, what is already within you. Just being still, letting your spirit pick up the answers that you need for your day or your situation. We might get distracted by your telephone ringing in the background. How about that? That happened to me just now. However, even if it is something outside of the room or children's voices or your husband is calling or your wife needs you to fix something and you're in meditation, acknowledge it for that second and refocus your attention and your energy and your mindfulness back to the stillness, back to your meditation, back to your higher power. Truly, it's not complicated. However, we are complicated people and we complicate meditation all the time. Meditation to me is as important to me as air and water. These are things that I cannot live without. Meditation is that important to me. Is it always easy? Absolutely not. But this reading today hits it on the head. Try it. When you feel yourself get distracted, do what you do in meetings. Refocus to the speaker. Refocus to that moment with your higher power. And I guarantee you, when you start practicing doing that, even if it's only for 5 minutes, when you're done, take note of how you feel. And then tomorrow or later on today, do another 5 minutes. Do it enough so that that 5 minutes gets hungry for you to add another 5 minutes. And then you're at 10 minutes. And when 10 minutes feels like, man, I just want more of that time, more of that quiet time. I need that. Bump it up to 15 minutes. Don't make it complicated. Don't rush it, but make sure that you do it. It's very important for your mental wellness, your spiritual well-being. I've enjoyed talking to you today. You've been in the flow of the stream, so I want you to get out there and do something mighty with your January 5th and make sure that you're seeking connection instead of distraction. Make sure that this is the day that you begin to do your meditation if you haven't been doing it. And if you've been doing it, do a little more of it. I will be talking to you soon. Have a beautiful day.